dispatcher. This is nothing but what? If your user ID and password is admin and admin, it should go to admin.jsp. If it is not admin and admin, it should go to some error page. So let me take a form. So I have already a form, and what I'll do over here is I'll take two text inputs. One I'll be taking here. So I'll be taking two text inputs. Ahead and take a form input. So you can see here, the first one I'll be taking it as username. Second one I'll be taking it as password. Our first example, just like our first example, I'll be using the same thing over here. Enter username and then enter password. Then I'll just take a submit button with a value login. Let me view the things. Let me view the things. Right click and run the file. So upon running the server, you will be getting a username and a password with two text boxes and a login button. Is ready with a username text box and a password. The name of this text box I have given it as username. The name of this text box I have given it as password. Now let me go ahead and create a servlet for validation. So how I'll be creating a servlet? Go to package, click on new, create servlet. And here the name of the servlet I'll be giving here as login servlet, login serve, and I'm placing here in my package. Click next and add the information into your deployment descriptor and then click finish. Okay, now I'm just removing all the comments in order to make my code simple. Expand this. You will have a plus symbol on your left. Just try to expand it. Then you will be finding the methods. Do not delete any brackets. Okay, make sure just you delete the comments. Okay, all the comments are deleted. Now let us get the username and password from there over here. How? Same procedure. String user, I'm taking a variable and I'm getting the parameter request dot get parameter. And what is the parameter I have to get it? The parameter name is username. That's what I have given in my first page. And string password, I'm taking a variable and that is request dot get parameter, and I'll be taking here as password. Okay, so that is nothing but what? I'm taking user, password and username as well as the password. Now I'll be getting my username and password from this page and I'll be saving over here. Now what is the next thing that you have it over here is if your username. So one more thing girls, as I want to make a change over here. So the thing is, instead of writing the code over here, I told you, if you write down the method is equals to get, then you have to write down the code inside your get only. See this one. If you use method is equals to get, then you should write down your code here. If you write method is equals to post, if you write method is equals to post over here, then the default method that will get executed here is nothing but what? You have to write down the code inside this. Okay. Now what I'll do, the same code which I have written it here, I'm cutting it and I'll put it in the post because I have given method is equals to post, no changes anywhere. Okay, and delete all these lines. If you don't delete all these lines, then what happens, this will be the default method that will get executed. And also this is there na, copy response dot context type, and here how the response you have to give, it should be in the form of text or HTML. Cut and paste it, and also take out this output statement that you have it over here and place it here. Okay, now there is nothing present inside your process request. Why? Because I have given here method is equals to post. I told you if your method is equals to post, then you have to write down inside the post. If you write method is equals to get, then just copy paste the code and write it down here itself. Okay, a semicolon is missing. Now rest code is same. So you can see there what you're going to have it. You are going to have username, password. Girls, 1 second. My next thing, if my username is equals to admin, so how you will be giving that here, just with the help of if. What is it? Username is stored in which variable? User. If user equals to what? You can give here admin. If your user is admin, then I told you we have request dispatcher who will be dispatching your request. So request dispatcher space create an object. So I'm creating an object rd is equals to request dot get dispatcher. This is a compulsory thing, you have to write it. Okay, so which one, to which page you want to forward, you have to write down in that thing, and rd dot forward. rd dot forward, what it has to forward? It has to forward request and response. The only thing that you're going to do is you have to write down whichever page you want to send it. So let's take an example. I'll be creating a dummy page over here, that is in JSP admin. So just mention over there what you have to mention here, admin.jsp. That's it. Okay, so this is how these are the two steps which you have to write it. If in case if your username is equals to admin, you can also mention password also. Okay, and you can also mention password as well. So if your username is equals to admin and password dot equals to admin, then it has to go to a page. That page is admin.jsp. Okay, try to import the library of your request dispatcher, that is javax.servlet.requestDispatcher. Our things are ready, or else if it is not admin, then you can again rewrite it the same code and you can send it to the other page, error.jsp. Okay, or else you can send it again to the previous page. What was our previous page? Addition.jsp. Okay, again if it is not the correct one, I think this is the name, so again it has to go back to addition.jsp with a message system.out.println. I'll give here sorry, you are not admin. Okay, so and this one what I have to do, instead of forwarding, it has to include what it has to include. It has to include sorry you're not admin, and it has to display again the same first page that you have it. So let me execute the things with respect to this. Okay, so see here girls, let me map up these things. What is the action? The action is login serve. Just mentioning the action name as login serve. and the method is post. Upon the execution, if you give the username as admin, then it will be going to admin.jsp. Let's write down something in admin.jsp. Hello admin. Okay, save. So let me run our first program. So I'm giving the username as admin. Password, I did not mention any condition for password, but anyways I'm giving admin, then login. So it will be reading, you can see there it is redirecting to which page? Hello admin. Go back, refresh. Username, I'm giving it as some Ashaz, password random password. See, it is displaying me a message, sorry you're not admin, and it is displaying me the same content. The reason over here is you have written include. Include means in the same page you're including a sentence and you're displaying it. Okay, you can display it in red color as well. If you want it, you can just go for styling and all. Okay, so you can replay. If you don't want it in the same page, then if you want to go it into a new one, write down error.jsp and here you have to mention it as forward. This is how it is going to work. So just create error.jsp. So here you will be creating error.jsp and here, okay, so that's the difference between your include and between your forward. Forward will take you to the next page. Include remains you in the same page with an included contents. I'm giving some random ID and password. As I have given, it is getting redirected to error page. The reason is I have given as forward. Include, it remains on the same page, that is your addition.jsp with the method. So see here, this is what the difference that you are going to have. Okay, so save and just clean it once, refresh it once and re-execute the program. Refresh. Okay, so I think I have made the changes, so let me run it from here. Some random name, random password, login. You can see here you're not admin. Back, refresh. Give admin, password admin, login. It will be redirecting. Like that you can write so many things. If else. That is also nothing but what? An example, you can write if user equals to admin, you can go to admin page. If user is equals to student, you can go to student page. Else if user is equals to faculty, you can go to faculty page. Else you are not admin, you are not student and you are not faculty. So that's how you can mention all the details over here. With the help of request dispatcher, you are dispatching the requests. Okay, so that's how the request dispatcher is going to work with respect to dispatching the request. Either it will be forwarding or else it will be including the request.